Pidgin live with Andy Boomatai. Ivala out plenty, that's no lie. That's what the Hammer Jang Gang like for see. When we tune in, we get that guarantee. Daily Pidgin live with Andy Boomatai. Turn on the camera and let 'em fly. He just give 'em no more plan. Like we always say, if can. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as we spread aloha far and wide. Ooh, Hammer Jang Gang and the Daily Pidgin Live.
How's it, Gengi? And welcome to the Daily Pidgin Live. How you, Beef Stew? Everything okay? That's good because we got a good show for you, hopefully. And if I don't mess up with the buttons, you know how it goes on the Daily Pidgin Live. That's right. My name is Andy Boomatai, and I will be your chat moderator. Okay, anybody tuning in to hear stand-up comedy? We're doing something a little different on this show, okay? The Hammer Jang Gang is the star, and that is everybody who chats, right? That's right. You see how we can throw chats up here? And we say, hey, how's it, everybody? There's Susan and Matt Satter and Rick and Nancy. Plenty people tuning in and chatting, and that's what we do here. And we ask that if you like, participate with the rest of the Hammer Jang Gang, we ask that you do it with aloha. That's right, because here on the Daily Pidgin Live, we concentrate on what brings us together, what we have in common, not what separates us, okay? So we always try and avoid the tree calls, political, medical, and cynical. And again, do things with aloha, okay? And the Hammer Jang Gang, by the way, Hammer Jang is Hawaiian Pidgin English for all bus up, all mix up, all any kind. That's how. And we speak small kind Pidgin here. So if that's what you're into, welcome. How's it? And kick back, relax, get yourself a lovely beverage, and let's just get away from all the stuff on the outside, And I have a small kind apology to make to the Hammer Jang Gang. And that is, yesterday we had Augie Tolba on, a comedian friend of mine, known him for 28 years, helped him along. Well, he was running for politics. Okay, that's fine. And what I asked him before the show, I said, Brian, you cannot really get into the political thing. We don't do this here. But as sort of, I don't know, I guess he's been living and breathing it. He kept going in that direction, even though I was, trying to bring him back this way. So you know what? If it was a little too political, e kalamai, and, I'll be better at that from now on. Okay? Andy, I think maybe make sure gets no to avoid the calls. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about, Miles. And I was apologizing because, and again, small kind in his defense, in the beginning of the show, he didn't know we were live yet. The Portuguese in him came out, even though I told him 3:30 we start, 4:30 you come on. At 4:30, what, you ready? You want to start? You want to go live? I went, bro, we've been live. That's how. So, again, complete transparency. I did talk to him beforehand. Never work. But I guess when you're running for office, you get into that groove, right? So, well, today's guest, very different. Keone Nunes, he is Hawaii's traditional tattoo artist, the kind with the small stick and the tack, 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 not the machine. Yeah, he is world renowned for that. Not too many people doing it anymore. And he is now living in Thailand. So we will be connecting with Thailand a little bit before 4 o'clock and talking about all things tattooing, what he's doing in Thailand. And he is an amazing Hawaiian historian. Okay, about, the different islands and how they did things. I remember driving through Waianae with him one time, and I said, oh, yeah, we're talking about the fish ponds. And he goes, back then, never have an ice box. So, you eat fish. You got to either catch them or grow them. And I went, what? He goes, yeah, they used to grow the fish. And to this day, they have trouble doing it with the efficiency that ancient Hawaiians did. So we might get into a little bit of that. Okay? And every once in a while, you might see someone like Devin Ching here hit the K. What the K is, that's what we ask the people who are lurking to do, to let us know that they are okay. We call it the wellness check. Excuse me. And so if you get on small keyboard and you don't like type, whatever, try hit that K and let us know. And if you're having a good day, no shame, capitalize them, man. That's how. Okay? So, that said, hey, let's say hi to, you guys jumping just before I catch them. I know. Hey, there's Brian and husband Marilyn. Hey, Uncle Black, big squirrel nuts right there. How's it, Taz? Hey, Curtis, looking good. Wild Willie, and there's Opai Almodo. How's it, Susan? Huh? Right there, Robert. Oh no, so now I gotta get one tattoo. Yep. That's it right there. And the old style, not with the machine. Hey, Terry, how you? How's it, everybody? I went miss. No can type fast enough. Yeah, everybody, just give them the aloha no kako. Everybody right there. How's it, Mark Hill? And there's Susan and hey, Taz, how you? And Keola P. I have a little announcement. I have been talking about a special guest on the show that will be coming up. Let me just tell you a little bit on September 3rd. And I've been going on a special guest. Guess who that's gonna be? That's right, Pidgin and Keola P. That's a brother and sister, and we're gonna be talking to them small kind. Okay, and we can talk a little more about who's coming up in a bit. But that's who the special guest is for those of you who are going, hey, a tired guest, who going to be? Okay, it's going to be Tegan and Keola. Okay, hey, what happened to my music? Oh, I'm kind of soft today. What happened? Oh, maybe it's just a soft song. Wow, that was interesting. Anyway, if I missed your chat, kalamai, but this bugger is going quick like a swift. How's you, Marie, on the Facebook side? How you, Charlie, on the Facebook side too? We broadcast simultaneously onto YouTube and Facebook. That's right, same, both sides. How's that? Hey, Edwin, ooh, never see your avatar long time. What? Your cat incognito, right? No like C. Right there. Keola and Tegan, yeah, that's it, right there. Righteous. We're going to do that. No way. So exciting. Yes, I talked to their mother, got permission. We Skyped a little bit today. I think they're in Keola. Where you guys stay? Is it Michigan? I think it's Michigan. Oh, yeah. We'll be exciting to see them and talk to them, too. Ooh, I only get new kind tattoo, but love mine. Got them when I was home one time. No ste kanakama ole, so I wouldn't get one traditional Hawaiian tattoo. You know what, Alden? Talk to Keone about how he feels about that. It's not what you think, Yeah, I asked him about it one time. What, you got to speak Hawaiian and, do all kinds, forget the... No. He said, no, not at all. Hey, mahalo for the K, Sal. There we go. Thanks, you. Let us know you okay. How's it, Scott? There we go. Ooh, I sneak in. Good, Edwin, but we're glad you made it. How's it, brother Garrett? There we go. Hey, how's it, aloha, Mark Hill? Uncle Black saying, how's it? To everybody. Oh my God, YouTube's so fast, no can keep up. Well, I know a little about what you're talking about there, Louise, and you know what? I am racing to the bottom here trying to keep up. Yeah, not that easy, but you know what? It's a divine misery because I love seeing you guys. Hey, how's it, Tony Pastor? Nice to see you, brother Andy. Aloha from Hawaii. Is that Hawaii Island? Huh? No. okay. Hey, Nanette from Tracy, California. K plus. Ooh, that's pretty good. First time. K plus. Yeah, sounds like a store. Come to K plus. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, how's that? Oh, aloha Nanette from Big Squirrel Notch. There were. Hey, Andy. Andy, you ever see Captain Hook at Savers? He get his spare hooks there. It's a second-hand store. Oh, man, that's a good one there. Let's read that again. And do you ever see Captain Hook at Savers? He gets his spare hooks there. It's a second-hand store. Hey, if he's been to Savers, I have most likely run into him. Speaking of which, there we go. Hey, Paula Horton, McCurley. What is this? AIG. Oh, I think that's Aloha from Georgia. This is a spelling-free zone, you guys, so no shame. Pass 'em out. I'll give it my best to figure it out. Yeah, and I'm dyslexic, so, that looks like Aloha to me. Hey, Paula. No worry, Beef Curry. Ooh, all right. Hey, Rob Charles, what's going on? Wait, first on. Hey, Johnny Rocks, how you? Look at that, rocking the Obama avatar there. And Rob Charles. Hey, how's it, Andy? Only get 5 minutes. Then gotta roll. At least can make them once a month. All right. Hey, you know what, brother? False cracked, I like batted on our way out. And some scribble if you never, so we know what's up. There we go. Hey, Andy, I tried tonight. No ask you about the bikes for a change. That's okay, Robert. Ask anything you like, bro. That's all, huh? Can try. Hey, well, no way we can make that. Hey, you know what? Can try. Yeah. In fact, I did a little 1 minute video for Lanai on his show. He said, "Hey, you can do one Pidgin word of the day, right?" And I said, well, and he goes, you know what? And what I'll do is he'll put it on his platform, which is all over, and point back to the Daily Pidgin Live. In fact, I think I have one over here. Did I do it? You know what? Let me throw this on here. This is how much time we got. Oh yeah, we got time. Okay, give you an idea of what I'm working on. Hey, Remy, are you brother? There he is. Yeah, that's my family right there, Abalera. Yeah. I told you I stayed with Dennis Kanika up in Ashland, Oregon, the last time I was there. Yeah, I go way back with Remy, boy, I tell you that. Let's see. What was I talking about? How's that Indian treating you? Oh, very good. I got that 2000 Gilroy Indian. Been riding around on it, put a camera on it, shot some stuff, been doing that. Yeah, Johnny rocks, Hollywood. Yeah, back at you, my brother. Good, and I lurk your posts too on Facebook and stuff. You got some guts, bro. I'll tell you that. Anyway, let me throw this up there and this was not really an audition, but I told him, okay, if I can do it like this, then maybe I can do it often enough. But check this out. How's it? And welcome to the Daily Pidgin Word of the Day. Today, our phrase is no can, which means cannot. Example. Hey, how's your bra? Hey, I was wondering what, you can lend me maybe $100,000 till Friday. 100 grand, bro. You know I work on fast food joint. No can. Or, hey, wow, look. Why am I a bay at least 60 feet and pumping? Oh, I think I'm gonna surf that. Bro, look how big. No can. Or, hey, how's it? This is my first time at your body repair shop, and me, I get the kind of big rust holes, major dents. Was wondering, you can fix all that and paint them, make my truck look cherry, cause, I don't like paying more than maybe 40, 50 bucks. Mahalo for thinking of us, but no can. No can. Thanks, sir, for watching. So in other words, I told him, okay, I can do it, but it'll look like this, okay? Because then I can, and then I bring it into my editor and add the no can and all that kind. Ask small kind. Just did an effort to promote the show. And by the way, the Facebook side, mahalo, you guys. I really appreciate it. We used to get I'm on Andrew Bumatai on Facebook and Andy Bumatai. I have 2 pages, right? Used to be the kind 5 tree, maybe 8 people on the Andy Bumatai side. Today we got 16 watching on Andrew, 26 watching on Andy, and might as well check the YouTube side, huh? Well, how we doing there? I'm not here. I don't know. Okay, maybe somebody can tell me. But anyway, that's what's going on there. Hold on, let me play you some music here, and I'll try to get it back on my page here, because I like to see what the heck is going on. Where are you? Hold on. You guys, there we go. Boom. Cannot. Okay. Right there. Oh, hey there. Found me. Okay, so we have 97 watching on the YouTube side. 60 likes. Doing pretty good. Thanks. Hey, you guys. I'm back. All right. Oh, now, let's see here. Keone P. You are so cute and so smart. Loves your YouTube. Oh, he's a YouTube star. That's why I want to be his first interview. That's right. Uncle, Tegan is at her friend's birthday, but she asked if I ask about the shirt. Yeah, no, this is another the kind Hilo Hattie. Yeah, his sister always asks what the brand name of the shirt I'm wearing. And in most cases, it's Savers. Oh, there you go. Oh, mahalo, you guys. Oh, 100 watching, 100. Yeah, it's growing. Yeah, I guess you guys must be ahead of me, because I'm just seeing 98. Yeah, small kind. Hey, Uncle Black. Thanks. Okay, here we go. This is Uncle Black. That's a super chat for you people on the Facebook side. You cannot do that. It's like a tip jar when people do it. And Uncle Black is one of our patron saints over here. He's responsible for this tiki and for the lamp. You see my lamp right here? This is the new Kim Taylor Reese lamp. Yeah, so mahalo, you guys. Oh, and here, you know what? On the Facebook side, I think this will work. Hold on. If I do that and I go boom, what I'm doing is I'm putting the no fee PayPal link. If you guys want to make, people always ask, well, how do we make a donation? Well, I just put it in the Facebook side. So, okay. And if can, don't worry about it. Okay. Really, Okay. See, it looks like that. Hey, look, I'm on Facebook. Ask me. This was at a bike rally at somewhere. I can't remember where. Oh, beautiful studio. Look at this, Johnny. Oh, beautiful studio. Oh, thank you. It's my bedroom. Yeah, this is the back bedroom. And then the other side, I have the editing bay, and in the middle, a bed. So it's like a studio with a bed in it, because I'm up all kind of hours. Bobby Clyde Womack. Hey, Andy, is the monorail still at Pearl Ridge Mall? Yes, it is. Still going strong. In fact, we're building a big rail system that's going to go from like Kapolei side, Eva Beach, all the way to, I think, the airport. Hopefully the UH, but we'll see. I might be too old to ride it by the time it's finished. Yeah, if can, if no can, no can. Love that motto. Yeah, well, we live it over here. I'm glad you enjoy it, Marcus, excuse me. Yeah, hey, what's this, boss? Hi. Oh, look at that, talking to people right there. Hey, how's it, Nani Aloha? Oh, hi you. Oh, by the way, Nani Aloha, I have not answered your email. I was looking for it today. I went a little crazy today because I was trying to do test Skypes with Keola in, again, I think it's Michigan, and then Thailand, and Australia. So I was, I can't hear you. Oh, okay. Oh, how's it, Lisa? Thank you. Mahalo. Looking, ding. I appreciate that. All right. I had a 7-foot tall dubber. What's a dubber? In my room for ages. After I moved in with audio engineer spouse, I feel your pain. You. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, it's not pain. I did it on purpose, you know. And you see, this is the master bedroom, and I basically just took it over and made it a studio because it's got a bathroom and a closet, and I call it my apartment. In fact, business-wise, we treat it that way. So it's designed for that. Yeah. Hey, Marcus. Oh, mahalo, you bugger. Look at this here. Getting into the super chat action, huh? Mahalo for supporting the show. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, thank you, Johnny. He says, it looks real dapper. Now, see, you know, brother got class when he used the word dapper. Okay. How we doing on time? I like to bring in the guests. Try and bring them in about 5 minutes to 4, you know. Oh, thank you. Nice background music, Andy. I appreciate it. That's a Spotify playlist by Harris Heller. You know, it's called Lo-Fi or something, but it's designed for people who stream. There's no copyright problems with using this music. I actually looked into like using, you know, music off the radio, and you know, mostly I want to play Hawaiian music, right? And it'd be great to be able to play Gabby and, you know, Keali'i Raichel and all that kind. But guess what? Costs $4,000 a year in licensing. I know. Hey, Chris checking in right there. How's it, Chris? Where you stay, brother? Van Horn, Texas. This is our truck driver, Hamajang gang, brother, and he's all over. Drives a big rig 18-wheeler. There's that. You can see the picture right there. And he is all over, but he always check in. And he gets some mean kokua, you know, like where to find poke in Texas and that kind of stuff. So mahalo, brother, and you know, as always, stay safe. And here's Kevin J.N. Andy, who make your Aloha shirts? Looking good. This is this is a Hilo Hattie. I have had this for about 4 years from before, and but mostly I get my I was sponsored by Hilo Hattie 4 years ago, but now I'm no more sponsor, so I just go to Savers and I buy them used at Savers. Yeah. And you know, once you buy used shirts, right? You know, the kind, wow, oh, this shirt, you know, $10. Oh, okay. Hard to spend, you know, go to Tory Richards and spend $160. Believe me, they're worth it. But, you know, I wear one every day, bro. I'm like the guy that, I wish, you know. So is that a sponsor hint? I don't know. I'd rather just go Savers. I don't have to go. And ladies and gentlemen, this shirt is provided for promotional consideration by One High Makamaka Store. That's right. Like, you know, Lonita. That's right. What is this now, Lauren? It was a long one. Aloha gang, no can watch the live show during the week. Kids online during the week and they jam up the ping. Oh, okay. Hey, the kids need to get education. I know how you feel, Lauren, because my wife does remote teaching from the back room, right? And when she's on, I am not allowed to do my thing right there. Oh, okay, 1 more minute. We're gonna try to bring in Keone Nunes. What's this, Uncle Black? Andy, studio getting kind of small. When we gonna fill dirt into the swimming pool? Hey, Uncle Black, I can't tell you. I'm saving up money. Seriously, I'm not kidding. and I can talk to you. Maybe if you can't do it, you can help me figure out how to turn this into a real studio. But gonna be a while. Let's put it that way. Okay, but I do think about you. I know you build beauty salons and stuff. Yeah, Uncle. Ooh. Drop the black katana. Haven't done that in a while because the technology has been actually working pretty well. Oh, Savers should sponsor. I would love to have Savers sponsor. Wouldn't that be funny? Hi, this is Andy Bumatai for Savers. Would you like some good used clothes and some, and some stuff people throw away but still good? It's like a joke about Filipino people. Oh, look at this one. Still good. Why they throw this away? There we go. Well, you know what? I gotta tell you, it says no shirt worth 160. Just paint for the name. No, you know what, bro? You know what that makes me think of, Kamuela, man? Somebody once asked Elvis what a regular shirt costs. Not a fancy custom kind he wears on stage, but just a regular shirt. I swear, and he kind of thought for a while and he went, $400-500? I'm not sure. What? Hey, Eddie Wilcox. Andy, can you post on Facebook your Pidgin video with the Japanese song? I loved it and would like to play it again. I think that was rap you're thinking about. The Japanese song. Oh, unless you're talking about that Pidgin one, the one I did. Oh, wait a minute. Can you pass it? Oh, yes. I'm sorry. You're talking about the 4 turtles I did with the Pidgin. Okay, let me do that. I'll try to do it after the show. I'm not that good at Facebook, posting stuff, but I'll try. Okay, and let me just make sure. Okay, Hattie, let me. You got me thinking. Wow, funny how a lot of people like that song. I don't know how it goes. Yeah, no, that was the Japanese roll call one. That's what I thought she was talking about, but I was mistaken. Hey, how's it, Philip Ball Jr. from our Facebook side? Hey, back at you, my brother. That's right. Ooh. Oh, I had one socially distanced band practice. That's why late. Hey, you never late. You hear? That counts. Okay, let's try to bring in Keone Nunes now. I'm gonna try to bring this up and try, boom, see if he's there. Oh, you there, bro? Hey, Keone. Aloha no, brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Had to change the shirt.
Well, I was just about to say, I know you're taking this serious because you're in put one shirt on. But when you don't wear a shirt, you're actually advertising your products, huh?
Nah. This is something given to me by one of the people that I tattooed.
Oh, is that right? Here in Hawaii or there in Thailand?
Yeah, in Hawaii.
Okay, first of all, if you guys don't know Keone, right? Hold on, let me put you on here. Boom, I forgot to show people what you look like. I am sorry. Keone is he's just, I would have to say famous worldwide for the traditional Hawaiian tattooing. Would that be accurate? I know you're modest, but.
Yeah, you're too kind, but I try and help people wherever to kind of reclaim their own tattoo traditions and stuff. So I've helped people from Aotearoa, from New Zealand, from Taiwan, from the Philippines. And so, yeah, I don't know if I'm famous in those areas, but I try and help as much as I can.
I think within the traditional tattoo world, you certainly are. And again, I know you're humble, so I won't embarrass you anymore. With the traditional now, can you tell us, for those who may not be aware of how it's done, a little bit about that?
Yeah. The tools consist of actually two parts. One is called a moli, which is the actual tattooing needle. It looks like a comb, and the tip is typically made out of bone, some kind of hard bone. And nowadays they're actually using metal needles. It has a slightly different outcome. It looks a little bit different. Then the other piece is called a hahao, which is a striking stick, and that's how you put it on. So a lot of people, when they look at that process, when they watch, they think that it hurts a lot, and that's one of the things that is a misnomer, because in actuality, in the right hands, of course, um, it doesn't hurt as much as a machine, and it actually goes quicker too for the type of tattoos that I do. So, those are some of the type of things it goes on. The tattoo process depends on the individual and depends on how long a tattoo is. I've done the alaniho, that strip from the hip to the ankle. The fastest I've done is 45 minutes. And that was a typical design. It was just that everything was doing well. The person sat well. The person's skin was real good. The average is maybe about 2.5 hours.
Wow. Yeah, I think I have a picture here. Let me see if I can bring this up. Hold on now. Of that particular one. Is this kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's an alaniho.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one there took me about, I think that one took about 2 hours.
This one here, 2 hours. Now someone said that they have a tattoo that they absolutely love and wanted to get a traditional Hawaiian tattoo, but they weren't kanaka ma'ole.
Yeah.
It,
Uh, in the past, everyone was tattooed regardless of ethnicity and stuff like that. Before, the ethnic backgrounds and stuff like that didn't play as much of a role. There are certain designs that I would not put on someone who is not Hawaiian, just because those designs belong to certain families. But there's a whole class of designs called NOA, free designs, that is available to anyone. So it's entirely up to the tattooist. The tattooist traditionally had a lot of status. We were the only ones that could spill the blood of chiefs, of royalty, without being killed. And so, that says a lot.
Man, what? No pressure there. But I mean, I'm sure that in today's world, that's not so much of a danger, right? Here's Steve Danielson again from Waianae. Had a question. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I can see that. The ink, I actually make my own ink. It's a mixture of commercial ink with kukui soot. The kukui soot gives it an extra body, and it gives it an extra thickness that is necessary for traditional tattooing.
Okay, here's another picture. Let's throw that up there. Do you ever, speaking of ink, do you ever do color?
Yeah, I do all colors at once. Black is the presence of all color.
Good answer. Good answer. But you know what? Like, you take a look at this design. Is one of the fallacies that you can't do those delicate lines because they're obviously in this.
Yeah, it depends on the skill of the tattooist. And, I've done some incredibly detailed tattooing. But it's just because I have the experience through the ages of that I've been doing it. Yeah, but there's certain things that I wouldn't do. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. There's certain designs, there's certain type of tattoos that I wouldn't do. But I've done like Japanese mon and some kanji by tapping. But that was very, very specific because one was for a friend of ours, Mandy Shiraki. One of his family members wanted his name, and so I knew Mandy before he passed away, and so I honored him by doing that name in kanji with that. And a couple people do Mon designs, and I've done that. What we like to use nowadays, the easiest available thing is like alcohol and things of that nature. But what we like to use is a mixture of kukui oil with olena, with turmeric. And it should be fresh olena. The reason why we like that is olena has an antibacterial property, and it also has anti-inflammatory properties. So it's actually a lot better than using something like alcohol or something of that nature.
Yeah. Here's Shakalaka half making a joke, but there is a question from this. If I thought tattoo would stay the same size more than 1 month, I might get one, right?
That's entirely up to you. If your body stays the same size, then it's gonna be the same size. But one thing is that with Western tattoos, oftentimes the best that it looks is right after it's done, and then it starts to change over the course of time. With more traditional styles, with tapping styles and with irizumi, the Japanese style, the worst that it looks is actually when it's done and the next day. Then it gets better and better down the years. Yeah. But as far as size is concerned, that's all up to you.
Well, when what kind of tattoos won't you do? Like, there's these people that they have tattoos that look like they're a suitcase. They've been traveling all over the world. I went to Spain. I got this, that. There's a name for that, isn't there?
Yeah, that's stamp tattoos. Like, I don't do that. If you want something that is collected through your trips and stuff like that, that's fine. There's other people that can do stuff like that, but I don't like to do that. I won't do hate symbols. Once I was in Germany, somebody wanted me to tattoo a swastika on them, and I won't do that. Names, I could tattoo names, but I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
And the what was I going with that? Hold on here. My button's not working. I'm trying to go to. Hold on for a second. Boom. Me. I get low technology working for me on this side. Okay. With the traditional Hawaiian, let's say someone is Hawaiian, they're from Kauai, and they want something special. Do you come up with design primarily, looking into their lineage, or do you, how does that process work?
Yeah, typically I'll talk to the individual. If they're Hawaiian, then I'll ask them about their genealogy, because there are certain designs that might be affiliated with the genealogy, and if not affiliated with the genealogy, affiliated with the island that they originate from or the island that they identify from. Then I do come up with the designs. Another tattoo that I rarely do is Amakua design, and that's because for one thing, I always ask this one question: who is your Amakua? And most times people will answer with not who, but what type of Amakua they have. Like, mine is Mano and stuff like that. Sorry.
No, that's all right. People,
that's my wife.
It does. People looking for work.
No. Anyway, the kind. So what happens is that because every Amakua has a different design, regardless of whether or not it's a shark. Out of sharks, I know like 75 different designs. So who do you belong to? Who takes care of you. And I think that's really important because it gives a proper context to how the Aumakua was revered in the past and whether or not anybody's taking care of it in modern times.
What if you don't know your Aumakua? And before we go any further, for those of you who may not know, Aumakua is like a guardian spirit and it's usually some kind of animal, or is it mostly animals?
No, there's actually winds, there's rains, there's a whole litany of things.
Wow.
Yeah. So there are different Aumakua, but if you don't know it, chances are it's not alive. If no one's taking care of it, if no one is the kahu of the Aumakua, if no one is the caretaker of the Aumakua, then chances are no one's fed it. And so it's just like you or me. If no one feeds you, you're not going to stick around, right?
Right.
So that's why I encourage people to find the names and also get permission from the kahu, from the caretaker of the Aumakua, so that it gives you the right to wear that design. Because even though it might be an Aumakua for your family, if you're not going to take care of it, if you're not going to commit to being the caretaker of it, then you know what? You shouldn't wear the design, in my opinion. That's how I was taught anyway.
Wow. So there is a responsibility that comes with certain designs.
Yes, definitely.
Now, what happens, when somebody wants a tattoo? Can you tell us a little bit of the process? Let's say they are Hawaiian, they want the Aumakua. Is there much, for lack of a better word, praying or offerings or any of that sort of thing?
Well, I do go through a process on my own. You see, the tattooists, we have our own protocols that we need to adhere to. Waking up the tools, making sure that everything is ready, clearing the area and all of that kind of stuff. And those are things that I do by myself. I'm not into having people look at you as thank you, Lorna Lu. I'm not trying to have people look at me as this quote unquote spiritual tattooist. Although there's a lot of spirituality involved, there's spirituality that I have to take care of to make sure that everything goes well for you. And I don't expect anybody else to participate in any of that.
Oh wow! Were you ever on a television show? Somebody asked in a post that went by on a PBS show called Skindigenous.
Yes, I was.
Oh, see, somebody said, "Oh yeah, I think I saw him on that show." Right? Look, see right here, Andre. Keone is on one of the shows, I think.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, talk
I've been
a
on
little
quite
bit
a
about
few
that.
shows.
Yeah. Keone, talk a little bit about that. What the show is. I'm sure everyone isn't familiar with it.
Well, Skindigenous is actually a program that was started in Canada, and what they were looking to do is go around the world and look at different tattoo traditions. And I was asked to represent Hawaii, and so I was on the Hawaii version. And I was also on the Taiwan version because the Skindigenous people were actually on Taiwan doing a story on Chuji, who is an indigenous Taiwanese person. And I've been helping him with their process of tattooing. And so I was there serendipitously during the same time as the crew was. Yeah.
Wow, boy, lucky break. Did you get much? For lack of a better word, action from being on that show?
Probably yes and no, but I'm very, very, how can I say, there's only one of me.
Yeah.
And I have students and all of that. And so I don't want to tattoo the whole world. And if you're wanting a tattoo just unfortunately, in a sense, I've become more or less a brand name, and some people want a Keone Nunes tattoo,
Yeah.
and I'm not interested in doing that. I'd rather tattoo the 70-something-year-old kupuna down the road than someone who is wanting to get a tattoo, offering me thousands of dollars to do work on them just because they want something from me.
Yeah. Angelina Jolie, right? Is what you're talking about. Hey, here's a question from Jacob Hill, right? He says, "Can a hapa haole get a traditional kind Hawaiian aumakua tattoo?"
If you know what your aumakua is, if you know who the kahu is for that aumakua, if you can give me the name, I might consider it.
There we go. Wow. Okay, here's a question. You are now in Thailand.
Yes.
What caused that move?
Oh, there's several factors. One is my wife is Thai, so I'm currently in quarantine. I got 6 more days. Over here, they're very, very serious about not spreading COVID, and so there is a very serious quarantine process that we have to go through. Even my wife, even though she's a Thai citizen, she's also in quarantine, but she's in a different facility for Thai people. But there were several factors. One was that my wife is Thai. I have a house over here that's paid off. But a real big factor was health insurance for me. Ever since I started work, I worked a lot with nonprofit organizations and such, and never had a 401k with them and all of that. And it was only recently that I did get a 401k. With that, I didn't have like group health insurance like a lot of other people. And so, in the past year or so, I've seen a lot of famous people get ill. And I'm honest in the fact that I'm getting older. I'm 62 right now, and famous people getting ill. And even though I know that they've worked and they've had a lot of money, they've had to have like benefits to cover their medical costs.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of following, and I don't want to put that medical burden on either my wife or any of my students. And so the medical over here, I'm saving $750 a month on medical insurance over here for way better medical insurance. I have zero deductible, zero copay. So if anything happens to me, I go in the hospital, nobody needs to worry about anything. So that was a really big factor. And in wanting to teach my students more, I had to make a choice because I was working. When you're working, you don't have that time to teach. But if I quit work, then it would be real hard for me to keep my standards as far as with the tattooing is concerned and not become real commercialized. And when I did my finances, by moving to Thailand, I'm saving about $4,000 a month.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. And it's, the story is, you hear it over and over from people in Hawaii, and I guess now even America in general, about, guess what? We just, we want to save money. We want to buy houses. We want to do things. And believe me, you're not talking to an empty room about the medical thing. Bro, I've been a stand-up comic on the road for 40 years, if it wasn't for my wife and a teacher thing. And when especially when I got the throat cancer, it's like, huh? How much? I mean, it was boom, and you can see how it would cost people, their livelihood. And you know what? I'm so glad that you're able to keep doing your art, though. Here's Lono. You know Lono, from and I.
Of course, Lono.
Look at this.
Yeah, I miss you, my brother.
Van
I
Gogh.
haven't seen him in a long time.
Oh yeah, he's got a song here that everybody loves, but
I remember, I don't know, Andy, you remember when we was going to high school?
Yeah.
They had the swimming pool, in the back.
At the school.
at the school. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was above ground. So I remember one time, Lono, myself, a couple other people, Norman Solomon, we all snuck up there to play music. And you know who else was there?
Who?
Israel.
Oh, but he was a kid, right?
Yeah, he was going to high school with us, and
Yeah.
so all of us snuck up there, and we was having a party over there, but it was I remember that was good days. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's amazing how many Y&I people, have expressed themselves in art. I mean, it's, and I don't know if it's just the Aino over there. I'll never forget driving through there, and you saying to me, in fact, I mentioned this before I brought you on, about, oh yeah, they had fish ponds in Y&I because never have refrigerator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how we sustain ourselves. We just go down to the fish ponds, get whatever we needed, and that was it. But Waianae was a good proving ground for you, because I remember you walking around, school days, that kid. That was you, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's because I'm not clever enough to come up with anything new, so I gotta just do me. Yeah, but you know what I mean. So back to the tattooing thing. Talk to me about students. When you mention students, how does someone practice tattooing? I mean, you make a mistake, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a long process because, within a machine tattoo shop, apprenticeships is about a year, maybe 2 years. With traditional tattooing, apprenticeships last a longer amount of time. The last person I graduated was with me about 8 years before they graduated. Prior to that, I graduated somebody who was with me about 20 years. So, and I have 3 more students that I have committed to see through the process. So once travel is safe again, I'm gonna go back and forth from Thailand to Hawaii to be able to teach them a little bit more and to guide them along the process of graduating. So yeah, oftentimes what happens is that there is a process of stretching the skin so that people learn how to react to certain skin types. Then after that, making the tools, then actually doing tattoos. And when they do tattoos, it's pretty much tattoos that they are doing on each other. And you start small, then later on, I might ask the person that I'm working on whether or not the individual can fill in, because doing the fill is a little bit easier than doing the outline. Yeah. So yeah, it is a process.
Right. But what happens, has anyone, must be somebody made a mistake. What do you do?
No, I can probably count mistakes on one hand and have extra digits. And it's because if they're doing the work, then what I try and do is I try and do the outline so that they have something to go by and do the fill in. Okay. But also what they need to do prior is they need to start drawing on the person's skin. And by doing that, they can envision the design and how it's going to come out. So it's very, very, very rare that we have, like I said, I've been tattooing since 1990 with traditional tools since 96. In that whole time, I can count on one hand the amount of mistakes either.
Wow. Oh, yeah, you froze up for a little bit. Oh, there. Okay, he's back. You froze up there for just a little bit. You know, I'm thinking about the tattoo process. Okay, what about facial tattoos? And here's where I'm going with that, Keone. In the Samoan culture, I have heard that chief tattoo that they wear, that long one, that it's purposely painful, that it's purposely designed to put them through the trials and tribulation of pain, because if you can't do that, then you can't be a chief. Is there any equivalent to that in Hawaiian, if I am in fact correct?
My teacher that taught me traditional tattooing was someone, Su'asulope Paulo. He was arguably the best traditional tattooist in the world at that time. And he didn't look at it in the same light. It was, he was a little bit more purposeful as far as doing the work on certain people and things of that nature. But he didn't think that it should be painful. In fact, one of the reasons why I don't inflict too much pain is because of his teachings, and I learned from him, and my students learn from me, and so all of us pretty much have a light hand. The facial tattoos, I've done a few. I've done quite a few actually, but I'm kind of reconsidering some of that, because some of the people that I've done have come out to be like, since I have facial tattoos, I'm more Hawaiian than you, or that I hold this secret that nobody else does, and that's not what it was supposed to be for. So I'm kind of rethinking that a little bit. I think that there are people that deserve to have facial tattoos, and many of the people that I've done really deserve it and hold it well. But there's a few that I regret doing the tattoos on them, because they're coming out to be like this spiritual, knowledgeable person, and I know they're not.
So you're saying that you don't like to do facial tattoos if after brother get them, he just like make taran taran.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the one thing about facial tattoos is that it doesn't hurt that much, because your face is, it's your face is out in the open all the time, so it's more desensitized than other parts of your body. So there's wind on it, there's sun on it, there's everything, and so it's desensitized a little bit more.
Jacob here had a interesting question here. He says, have you ever used the modern coil tattoo machines?
Yes, I have. I actually started with tattoo machines first, because at that time nobody in Hawaii was tapping. Nobody in Hawaii was doing traditional tattoos. Wow. And so when I first tried to do a tattoo, I actually made my own tattoo needles, because I was commissioned by the Maritime Museum, which was down on the docks right by Aloha Tower at that time, to do a set of tools for them. So I made a set of tools and I tried it, and it had horrific outcomes. Then I realized that it's not as simple as it looked. And so I started using machines. But when given the opportunity to study under Su'asulope Paulo, I put the machines away after a while, after his death actually in 1999. And it's because I wasn't doing tattoos to be a tattooist. I was doing the work as an extension of cultural practice. And I felt that it was important to get back to traditional tools.
And what about sanitation? There's got, especially in this new normal, how do you sanitize your tools? Is that traditional also?
No. Traditionally, you got to remember that diseases like hepatitis, HIV, and all the other type of bloodborne diseases pretty much are an effect of a modern industrialized society. we didn't have hepatitis A, B, or C 100 years ago, 200 years ago. That's a fairly modern type thing. But so we didn't, in traditional times, we didn't even need to sterilize because there was nothing in our body that would harm us. But I'm glad to say that I was a little bit ahead of the curve, because we've been tattooing with UV light sterilization for the past 10 years, and only now that it's starting to catch on and be looked at seriously. UV light does not harm the bone. I was looking for something, and this is directly attributed to Paulo, to my teacher, is that he always looked at sterilization techniques, because he said if someone gets a disease because of our work, then all the traditional tattooists are going to suffer.
Yeah.
And so I took that very, very seriously.
Wow.
And so I did research, and I realized that, you know what, an autoclave is a 19th century sterilization tool.
Oh.
It's nothing more than a glamorized pressure cooker. That's all it is.
Oh.
And if you don't check the seals properly and on a monthly basis, then you're not sterilizing.
Right. And plus, you can throw in a couple lao lao and cook at the same time.
Hey, you know what?
What?
I went to a tattoo shop, and they were doing that. They were cooking inside their autoclave.
Oh man.
So,
yeah. Hey, here's Brooke. She wants to say hi.
Aloha, Brooke. Say hi to your mom and husband for me.
Yeah, there you go. Wow. So the sterilization, you use modern methods on the ancient type tools.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and it works wonderfully, because with UV light sterilization, it sterilizes the whole tool.
Okay.
And so, we've been using that, and we've been using a wet sterile solution, the same type of solutions they use on ambulance and out in the field and stuff like that. Okay. And I also developed a portable UV chamber, so that I could go anywhere in the world and sterilize, even if they don't have electricity.
Okay, here's Uncle Black. He had a question. I think we may have answered it, but can you see that?
It depends, yes. Is it dangerous now to get a tattoo with COVID-19? It depends on, all the tattooists that I know of that are very, very serious about their work are not tattooing at this moment.
Yeah.
So if they are, then maybe I wouldn't go to them. Yeah. It's because they're doing it, and I understand. There's a lot of shops out there that are really suffering, and they need to do something because they're still paying rent and all of that kind of stuff. But to me, it's not worth getting anybody sick, getting the tattooist sick, to open up. And so yes and no. I think that you can get tattoos safely now, but I would question why the person is doing tattoos at this moment.
Is there any liability on your part? Do people have to sign a waiver or any of that type of thing before they get a tattoo in this modern sue me age?
Yeah, typically, if I'm doing conventions and stuff, yes. Oh, okay. If I am working on my own, typically not. But it's with the understanding that you got to listen to what I say. I can honestly tell you, the majority of the people who have a hard time healing is because they didn't listen to what I told them to do. And there's no accountability for that. If you stick by the standards that I give you afterwards as aftercare, then you should have no.
Oh, I say. And is there any way to give a short description of what it takes to care for a tattoo right after? I mean, I'm guessing the first thing is like no go surfing or that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. No go swimming. Don't go. Don't go in a lo'i. Don't go into a taro patch.
Okay.
And that's somebody's done that before.
Wow.
Don't go into streams or anything of that nature. If you're working, make sure that it's clean and it's covered before you go to work. And make sure that it's moist all the time. Do not use bacitracin in abundance, because bacitracin is just glorified Vaseline. After about 15 minutes, the antibacterial properties of it goes away. So all you're left with is Vaseline, and the skin needs to breathe to be able to heal. So, those are some of the things that I tell the people to do. There's a whole litany of things also, but
in closing here, we're getting close to the end here. I know I'm keeping you way longer than I said I would, but this is so interesting.
No problem.
How much work do you turn down? I mean, not just because you don't want to do it, but I mean, is the calendar full even though you're in Thailand now?
Actually, I have right now. I only have Instagram. I got off Facebook because it was too political. So, I have about 100 people messaging me about getting work done,
Wow.
and of course, I can't do the work. I'm not in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And who knows when that'll open up, because the U.S. is not looked upon favorably in the world as far as visitors are concerned. So, going back and forth might be a little bit more difficult for me. But I've forwarded many of them to some of my students over there, but none of my students are working, and even people that have graduated, they're not working at the moment because of the shutdown.
Wow. Okay, last question. Does a tattoo change you?
I would say yes. Primarily because you start recognizing your ancestors, because they're always with you. They're with you in a very meaningful way. And they are a physical representation of where you come from, what you represent, and how you conduct yourself. And so, yeah, I do think that it changes you. In fact, I've had many people tell me as much after I've tattooed them, and all in a very positive light. The one good thing is that it makes you accountable, because every tattoo that I do is in one way or another different than anyone else's. So even in those people who are identical twins, they don't carry the same designs, because even though they might look physically the same, they might have different qualities, and they might have different ambitions and things of that nature. And so that plays into the designs itself. And so, yeah, I think you do get changed in a very positive way. And Andy, even though we've known each other since high school, I'm still waiting for you.
Amen, man. We said that years ago. We had this conversation, and I'm just now starting to go. You know what? I'm at a point in my life where, I may be ready to take that on, because in our conversations, you said, it's not like, okay, now you have a mark on your body. You're actually taking something on that it's like for lack of a better word, a hitchhiker that becomes part of your life. And Bro, that's like, and I'm just now getting to the age where I can understand that enough, because, me, I'm kind of immature. Hey, bro, thank you so much. This has been so interesting, Keone. And, anytime you want to give us an update, we're here for you, bro.
Okay, mahalo. I appreciate it. It's 6 more days in lockdown. Can't even go outside unless outside the room unless there is a reason. Like if I take a COVID test, we have to have 2 mandatory COVID tests. I've already taken one, and I have another one coming up. And they feed us. They give us 3 meals a day, and the only other time that I go is when they clean the room. Then I can go downstairs, walk around a little bit for about an hour, and come out.
They provide the room for you?
Yeah, well, you gotta pay for it.
You pay for it,
yeah.
okay. But they take care. Okay, bro, hey, mahalo, thank you so much. And again, let us know when you get an update. We here, bro.
Okay, I'll let you know when I'm in my house in Koh Klan in Thailand.
You got
And
it.
anytime you want to visit, bro, you, Lono, no, Norman, all of the Waianae gang. Anytime you guys want to come down, just let me know. You guys always have a place.
Oh, mahalo, bro. Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Bye now. Oh, bro, mean that. Whoo. Yeah, we've had that conversation a lot about, hey, come on, Andy, you ready? And it's funny because when he goes, so what's your Hawaiian last name? So I tell him, oh, Kanuha. And he goes, right away, he went, okay, that originated from Kauai. I know the design. I know and then Hilo side, Big Island. I said, yeah, that's where my dad was born. He goes, okay, boom, I got it, man. And, and he was ready to make suggestions and talk about that. And I said, the only problem is, bro, I think my omaku a cockroach, serious. So we'll figure it out. Anyway, bro, thanks again, Keone, if you're still watching. And let's take a little break here. This little 4 turtles that we got, this is, oh, let me see if I can find it. Oh, where did I go with it? Wait, no clouds. I forgot. Hold on. No, yeah, hey, Kamuela, man, I'm sorry. I was looking for that, the paddle thing. Let me see if I have it here. Wait, did I not download it? Ay, sus, very Jose, this one over there. Run away from me. Oh, hold on. Boom. Hold on, couple more clicks. See if I got them. I'll wipe you, baby. Close it. Oh, here, this is it. Let me put that there. Shouldn't take too long to load up, and then we'll be back in action. Okay, hold on here. Oh, it is kind of long. Nope. Okay, then you know what? Let me throw this one up. This is by request. Someone asked me if I could do that bully dogs thing that I did a while back. And again, this is me going to the bully bash where we did the thing with the pit bulls, and we'll do this and then we'll come back and maybe do the holo holo or whatever. But let's take a little break on this one. I think this is about 5 minutes long. Okay, here we go. It's a beautiful day here in Ewa Beach, and I'm at the Bully Bash. Now, this is an event that celebrates all things pit bull-ish. There's bulldogs and Staffshires and all kinds of different breeds, and this event celebrates all of that. Now, what does that have to do with motorcycles? Well, I did a motovlog comparing pit bulls to motorcyclists. Preconceptions, people have the wrong ideas about both of them, so they invited me down. So let's check it out. I'm scared to death. These dogs are so mean. Oh no, help me. Vicious animals! Vicious animals!
Get the prayer win.
Go riding, poke around this Sunday. They have food here, and Steve's buying. I'm here with Clayton. He's doing security for the Bully Dog event here. So don't mess up, or you know, Clayton will be on you like white on rice. So I was able to track down a very busy man, Samson Kama, who is the organizer of the Bully Bash here. Samson,
Yes, sir.
how many years you been doing this?
Well, we're doing over 4 years right now and doing it for the kids and our dogs, keeping a family-friendly environment for our kids and dogs to showcase their talents.
And I'm so flattered that you saw the moto vlog I did comparing motorcyclists to pit bulls.
Yes.
And I guess we both have,
We're on the same page, that's all I gotta say.
well, they have misconceptions about both.
Well, it's all about negative media and we're turning the negative into a positive by what you're doing and what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, and I see you working with the kids. Is this a fundraiser or?
Well, the American Bullies of the Pacific puts on shows like these, and we're not for-profit, we're not non-profit, we're out-of-pocket expense. We pay it from our pockets to have events like this, and by having a fee at the door, it helps promote more shows to be having throughout the year. And by doing so, 3 shows this year we had. We're going to continue next year with 6 shows and do the Bully Tour. The winners from this show and throughout the year, the best in show will represent Hawaii at the Nationals for our junior handler and our Bully dogs. So that's a big thing. No one's been representing Hawaii at the ABKC Nationals. That's what we're doing. And we're happy to be a part of the American Bully Kennel Club and doing this for our kids and dogs.
Mahalo, bro. Thank you.
You know that, bro.
Okay.
Thank you.
Aloha, bro.
Aloha.
There we go. And look, I was on camera, on camera. Thanks for the help. Man, I'm out. There you go. Yeah, bully dogs, we love them, you know. And again, Pualani said it best here. She says, you know, pit bulls are sweethearts. It all depends on how they are raised. Yeah, they are not bad dogs at all. And my family raised pit bulls, especially my uncle and stuff. And again, it is definitely how they are raised, you know. Okay, so now here's the thing I was going to try to show you. This is Kamuela Man and his friend paddling their canoe in or kayak in Waipio Valley. Okay, and we can still chat. I'll throw this up here and then we'll fix. Boom, there we go. Now here's where they I have the sound down here, but man, you know, he sent me a bunch of raw footage and I looked at a lot of it and said, you know what, this is cool, and it's kind of nice in the background while we chat. We have about 10 more minutes left in the show, so you know, nice backdrop, eh? And again, they're floating in a kayak. I don't know that they're paddling that much. Doesn't look like it. Hey, I just got done walking our German Shepherd while watching the show. Hey, mahalo, Mark. Yeah, German Shepherd, good dog. Hey, I can have brass ovaries. I can't be any Lolo too. Ah, there you go. Oh, that phrase catching on. I'm so glad. Look at this here. Oh, MG, this is nice, huh? Oh, wow. Let's give it the OMG. When I die, I want to go there where the dogs go. And there you go. Yeah, here's Shakalaka. Wow. Imagine just floating. Damn. No bad dogs, just bad owners. That's how right there. Ooh, oh yeah, looking forward to seeing this. Wow, gorgeous Camuela, man. Yeah. I need to go fishing. Look at this here. Beauty. Beauties, huh? Oh, I want a dog. Well, you gotta take care of them, you know. They eat and they poop. Yeah, and they need mental stimulation. And I tell you something, Keola P, if you ever get serious, you really have to make a commitment. Everybody wants a dog, and then all of a sudden your mom ends up taking care of it, and you're like, hey, what about your dog? You gotta walk them, you gotta mentally stimulate them if you want a good dog, and they have to fit your lifestyle too. Oh, look at this. Oh, I'm seeing a little bit of the front of the kayak there. Cool. Hey, Ted Mose, mahalo for the K, my brother, right there. Wow, this is so cool. That's right, Akiola. You would be in the water. Hey, look, I think that's a crayfish. Oh, and it goes on and on, watching the river run. Oh, I love that song. Whoa. Okay, good night, Rich. Rich taking off. For reals, Lono, they sit for that would be afraid for bites. Huh? Oh, animals are usually much nicer than people. Again, depends on what they had to put up with as they were growing up. I'm sorry if I missed it. Did you say anything about traditional Hawaiian tattoos for women and what they look like? They're pretty much the same. Kave. Wow, that was neat. Look at this. Yeah, I talked to him, but we didn't talk about it on this show. But in my private conversations with him, it's all the same. There's none of that. You can't have that. You're a woman. You know what I mean? And it's just basically, according to how he does it. What you want, do you understand, do you know your aumakua, are you prepared to take care of it, all the same things. There's no discrimination, I don't think. At least I never picked up any of it, Oh, well, miss my bulldog, can't bring him on the plane because of the stub nose. Oh. Yeah. Hey, Keone, somebody was asking if there's any difference in tattooing women than many, any restrictions or any of that kind of stuff. Here's what she asked. I'm so sorry if I missed. What did you say anything about traditional Hawaiian tattoos for women and what they might look like? We did not approach that. Holo, bro. Look at this right here. Oh, man, we're going out to sea. Oh, right there. Oh, so peaceful and beautiful. Yeah. Loved learning from you, Keone Nunes. Mahalo. Right there. Oh, so sad, Keone Nunes. Huh? What was sad? I missed something. Oh, what did it smell like there, Camuela, man? Could you smell the vegetation? Oh, that's an interesting question. Wow. Hey, Lani. Okay, thanks, sir. Okay, look, I think this is the end because I can see his truck. Boom, right there. Okay, let's put this back down there. And mahalo once again, Camuela, man. Oh. You got big skeeters in Hawaii. Skeeters? Yeah. They have big prawns in the water. Oh, watch out. You're going to get Keola P all excited. Mahalo to all of you. Mahalo to you, bro, for being on the show all the way from Thailand. And not bad at a connection. Look good. I liked it, man. Okay. What is this? Oh, Steven Danielson. Remember Matt Cobb and Andy, the German Shepherd Kona? Yeah, that dog was so smart. He could talk. I remember that. Steve, I hope I'm not the bearer of bad news, but Matt passed away about, I would say, 4 or 5 years ago, up in the Pacific Northwest. I forget exactly where. I was in touch with, I talked to him one time, and then the next day his daughter called me with bad news. Yeah. So, again, I apologize if I'm the first you're hearing it from. A 5-year-old or 15 years old? Yep. Oh, a little bit, but not much. I have examples on my Instagram. I think he's talking about the woman's tattoo. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, look. Oh, bye shrimp. Good night, Uncle Gang. Time for me, moi moi. See you tomorrow. Okay. And we look forward to your interview with your sister coming up here soon. Okay. Good night, Keola P. Oh, Maori women have special tattoos. Well, hope you can come back plenty times, Keone Nunes. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Kamuela, man. Interesting. Holo holo. There we go. Oh, so sorry to hear that. Yeah, Steve, yeah. Well, you know, he and I hung out a lot. His mom was married to the guy who owned the fog cutter, right? And I was the dishwasher there. Guess how I got the job? Mahalo, brother Matt. Yeah. Aloha, Tegan. Ahe, aloha, ahe, ahe. Hey, good night, Keola. Sending you hugs. Good night, Keola P. Right there. Hey, good night, Keola. That's right. Oh, what is that? They call them Moko Kauahe. Ae? Kauae? Oh, I don't know how to say it. Diphthongs always throw me off. Andy, gotta tell Keone Sarika, I think it's hello. My sister is, sister-in-law is Thai. Oh, so you just tell him Sawarika? Oh, is that Thai for how's it? Okay. Well, you can just tell him. I think he's watching till the end here. Got about 3 more minutes here. Hey, you know what? Music is life. You know what? Someone asked if we can play your song again. I'm not sure that Keone has heard it. So what do you say we do that? Huh? You guys up for that? Let's play the Hammer Jang Jang. Oh, wait a minute now. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let me turn this music off. And here's Hammer Jang Jang by Lono. Check them out at lonomusic.com. And by the way, I picked my daughter brought the CD home from the post office. I'll be listening to that. Okay, here we go.
Ia pahi nui, ke ho'okane hou kau kika. E aloha ana mele nahe nahe, e ole lohauli. Everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody and a hammer jang jang. Aue a oko ia ata aize, ke ho'okane hou kau kika. E aloha ana mele nahe nahe, e ole lohauli. Everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody and the hammer jang jang. Ahe a oko ia jogging, ke ho'okane hou baseline. E aloha ana mele nahe nahe, e ole alohauli. Everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody and the hammer jang jang. ko ia mo ke ale ke ho'okani hou ukulele e aloha ana mele nahe nahe e olelo haole. Everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody end up hammer jang jang. Au he o ko ia sani chilingwe ke ho'okani hou kau kika e aloha ana mele nahe nahe e olelo haole. Everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody end up hammer jang jang. Au hea o ko ia ka maka vivo ole ke ho'okani hou ukulele e aloha na mele nahe nahe e olelo haole. Everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody end up. Everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody end up. Everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody end up hammer jang jang. I'll say there.
Oh, that's great, man. And Auntie Bagel has a wonderful thing. She wants to thank everyone here. She said, I'd like to thank everyone on behalf of me and Mike for all the sweet posts on our anniversary. We had a nice dinner at our fave steak place and still got back here in time for the show. Mahalo, Auntie Bagel. Really appreciate it. And happy anniversary to you. All right, gang. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Daily Pidgin Live. Mahalo once again to Keone Nunes for his insightful information there. And we'll go Spockanize you guys tomorrow. Okay? Thanks,